Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Joat. This is episode 3 of No Man's Sky 4.0. There was an update this morning I had noticed. I don't know what all has changed. Today, we are going to fix our money problems. At least I'm going to use the old tried and true method. Hopefully that still works. Let's get these larval cores. I should have done this a while back. Giving us 500 nanites for those 10 larval cores. A few more, and is that all I have? Just the 10? Well, I'll take the 650 nanites. What else do we have here in our exosuit? Silver I keep in the starship. Feline liver. Let's get a little bit organized. Not going to mess with more diet at the moment. And then I forgot to grab something from the anomaly, so we're going to head up there. No fuel in our launch thrusters, so let's just fix that right now. So let's see, back here we got about 1128 nanites. I would really like an economy scanner, and the teleport receiver. An economy scanner. I think that's all I need to get right now. I'm going to go ahead and grab the cadmium drive. And this oxygen thing bugs me, so I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it just yet, but I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the survey device if I can afford it. Yeah. Go ahead and grab this exosuit upgrade because we're in a different system from where we originally called it in. Just filling in some holes. And if possible, the rocket boots. It is possible. Just blow this pop stand. You know what? I'm going to go into the ship. Nah, you know what? The sprint is gone. Let's see if I can install any of this stuff. Teleport receiver requires 3 wiring looms, 5 microprocessors. Cannot install none of it. Which money do we have? 1.75 million. We're going to head over to the space station in this. Alright, let's see if we can install some stuff now. The teleport receiver will allow us longer range when transferring stuff to our ship from our backpack, and the economy scanner will allow us to know the economy levels of the systems reporting to, and also find trade outposts. In the exosuit, let's see if we can, I guess we can go and get this oxygen recycler in. And rocket boots, 1 hydraulic wiring. No guidey one here. That's alright. Anything cool show up while I was looking at the terminal? It's a negative. You know, let's see economy we're in right now. Poor. See if we can find a tier 3 system. So now that we have the economy scanner installed, when we look at one of these systems, we get little stars next to the race, which will tell us the tier of the economy. And there is a tier 3 That's where we went last time. Also tier 2. Tier 3 Viking. Let's see what that one looks like. Undiscovered planet. Icebound. High radio source. Hyperborean planet. We might check that out. I'm going to go back into first person mode, see if I've missed any planets or moons, and I have. It's like a moon. Life incompatible. Got that guy. All right, let's go ahead to the station. We got these pilots. They can sell us their ship if we have the money. They also sell random resources. I need a hydraulic something or other. Take the magnetized ferrite. I'll take the tritium. He does not have the hydraulic something or other. Sorry, buddy. I'm looking for hydraulic something or others right now. Excuse me. Was there one over here? There was a bunch of miscellaneous shit over here. Did I miss it? Forget to look for it? I did forget to look for it, but I did not miss it. Alright, no dice on the hydraulic thingamabob. This one looks good. There's a building. Oh, look, it's a waypoint. That's cool. Alright, so I didn't find anything there I wanted. I'm going to Control 1, assign the economy scanner to 1, and it has detected a trading post. Let's go see one of them's 2 hours away. You know, this extreme sentinel thing is going to bug me. I don't just want to mess with it. Let's find another planet. Got high radio source. You know what? Let's just go to another system. It's an outlaw system we just saw. Gex tend to be high in haulers. Let's go to this Korvax system and see what we find. Already discovered paradise planet. Bleak planet. Acrid planet. So this is a definitely already discovered system. But that's cool. What are the odds? Oh, I definitely failed the little Joat minigame there. So, well, let's check this first. Still looking for a hydraulic thingamabob. This is a traveler. Approach the lost traveler. Their skin is translucent as if they were not truly there. Witness. The life form dons a mask of undulated nanite clusters, and for a moment, their face appears to become my own. I see myself, looking at myself, looking at myself. I'm going to die. I am sure of it. Push the life form away. I push the life form away. The mask falls off, and I'm standing there again once more myself. The life form is displeased, claiming I have learned nothing. Well, that didn't work. Let's visit him again. For 100 nanites, I can ask where they come from, and they give me a POI, point of interest, waypoint, place to go. Let's go check that out. It's down here. humid planet. Alright, so here's our grave. Land anytime you want, buddy. Unmarked grave, is that what it's called? Unknown grave. There's the guy. I asked a question that no one has asked. It was simple. The Sentinels, where do they come from? Made it my life's work to find left logs, records across the world. The fallen traveler's grave is marked by a glyph, an epitaph of some ancient technology. We're going to extract said glyph. I obtained the glyph, and with that, the ability to travel to unknown worlds. We have one of 16 glyphs and a memory fragment. I'll see what's in the memory fragment. I'll go ahead and install it. And I'll go ahead and install this guy. Just because I probably should have just sold it, but here we are. Let's head to that Paradise Planet and find a trade station. So this is serendipitous. This is a, well, I forget what it's called, but I can open up an inventory slot. What's it called? What's it called? Exo upgrade module. Exosuit upgrade module. I'm going to grab a antimatter housing. It's going to need to be repaired with one antimatter housing, some sodium nitrate, and a carbon nanotube. And then it gives me a free exosuit slot. Alright, so I wasn't going to record mining, but I have found the most ridiculous cave system. I mean, I've cleared all this out. It goes forever. I've been doing this for, I don't know, an hour, and it just keeps giving more. And the back is ionized cobalt, so the secondary element is ionized cobalt, and that's my intention, is to flip to crash economies, and I would typically get a stack or two of cobalt, turn that into ionized cobalt, then use oxygen to make a few stacks, turn that back into cobalt. I need about 7 or 8 stacks of cobalt, which is, 80,000 cobalt in order to really properly crash the economy, to buy it back and keep going. But this cave, with the secondary being ionized cobalt, I mean, I'm basically getting 100 or so per, and it's almost too easy. I've been doing this about 45 minutes, but I will tell you that if you're going to refine it all, it's going to take about 30 to 45 minutes to refine it all anyways. So pick your poison, I guess. And I would have to go out and spend 30 or 45 minutes now getting the, 1.5, 2 stacks of oxygen I need. So this has just been so easy, kind of mind-numbing. If you're one of those dudes that absolutely hates mining, this is not your go-to. But you're going to need the oxygen now, which you used to be able to buy. So yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, almost 4 full stacks. Almost a full stack of ionized cobalt from the secondaries. A bunch of other stuff to sell. Pure ferrite. I'm just kind of killing some time and filling up my inventory. So I'll see you guys back at the station here shortly. All right. I give. I actually enjoy mining. This was a little bit long, but I have officially given up. Let's find an exit. I found 5 or 6 different exits. There's more cobalt that I just didn't get. Take stock. Where are we at? Where's our base? That's where we left from. Oh, wow. Really not that far away after it was all said and done. Still can't pass up some dihydrogen, huh? Been mining for literally 45 minutes or an hour, and here I go mining some more. Oh, there's a bunch of oxygen down there. I can't pass that up either. Let us see. Sodium. Let's see how much sodium we got out of this bed. It's quite a bit of sodium, kids. $600. $700. Oh, one more. One more. 800 sodium. 814 sodium. It's quite a bit. I would happily take 814 oxygen. Let's see what we do. $900. Oh, wow. This. Oh, we'll fix that. Hold on, we'll fix that, kids. Let's get rid of this. This is probably the largest oxygen bed I've ever found. Wow. 1,400 oxygen. Phenomenal. Where's our base at? That away. Let's see if we can make that jump. We cannot. Not even close. We cannot, gentlemen. Ladies, we cannot. Now let's show you how this refining was supposed to happen. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Alright, so I think I have stuff cooking in here. I don't remember. It's been so long. We have navigation data, so let's just call in our starship. Oh, let's call it in on this third slot. Closer to our equipments. How do I not have navigation data? Whatever. Let's see. Did I put my navigation data on the starship? Where's my navigation data? Did I delete it and not pay attention? Whatever. Let's see here. Where's that chromatic metal? Now can I put on my starship? Thank you. So this made 951 ionized cobalt. 951 ionized cobalt. Nothing here, I think. Okay. Stock. Let's take stock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're good. So I'm just going to take some ionized cobalt. Get that cooking into regular cobalt. All right, so what we would normally do is take some cobalt and some oxygen, and that's going to give me 5 ionized cobalt. All right, so I'm going to throw that back in my suit, throw this back in my suit, turn this back into regular cobalt at a 2-to-1 ratio. For 100 cobalt. And so I would have made cobalt into ionized cobalt, refined that with oxygen as much as I had until I had, 4 stacks of ionized cobalt. I can just keep creating more. And then take that ionized cobalt and refine it down 2-to-1 into regular cobalt. So, I don't know why it keeps defaulting there. We got 812 ionized cobalt we need to take care of. And then I've got a couple things to sell, I think. Throughout that mining, we got a storm crystal for 212,000, 2 geodesites for 257,000, and granitine for 240,000. Not too shabby, kids. So I'm going to refine all this down to cobalt. See you in a few minutes. All right, let's see how we're doing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. That is not ideal. 8's the stack size I'd like, but what are you going to do? We'll see if this still works. Let's see here. I can buy. The demand is plus 0.06 for 363 for each cobalt. Sell. Well, I'll get 4.8 million. Let's sell it. Go back to the buy tab. Down 63%. So I can buy it back for 2.4. Just netted 2.5 million. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to go to the economies, space stations, current system are separate. The planets are one economy and the space stations are another. So I can come here. I've already talked to you? Yeah. Same difference. They've got plus 2.8%. So let's find our cobalt. Sell it for 5 million. Buy it back for 2.5 million. To 5.8 million, kiddos. Space stations. I'm gonna go to my base, this other base that we have. And every time we do this, we're picking up whatever their inventory stock was for cobalt. So like 3 to 700. Increasing our stack sizes. And then once we're in a space station, we can actually buy additional cobalt at the reduced rate from the pilots once we've crashed the system. It's our first base. Sell for 4.9 million. Buy it back for 2.4. We're up to 8 million, kids. I wonder what happened to all my nav data. I should have 15 or 20 of them. We'll get more. Go to the space station in the current system. I got a little bit of money, so we're going to buy some things too. Up to 10 million, kids. So we got a fighter over here. Pilot's going to drop out. See what he has to sell. He's selling ferrite dust at negative 64%. Hey, I need some of those. Those are the hydraulic doohickeys. Oh. Let's fix that quickly before he goes away. Oh, that's why. He's going to go away. All right, let's get this straightened out because I got it all mixed up. And this, folks, is why people want more inventory slots. Exosuit, let's get this guy installed. I do kind of dig this little hauler. We're not going to go too crazy. I'm buying some items that I typically wouldn't this early. Let's see. Let's get the... All right. And I think we have one more system, maybe two, that we can still visit. I just don't know which or which. Base, base, base. We have a base on all three of these systems. Previous system, one of these. We'll try this one. Has not been crashed. Was I right? I was. So we're going to sell some cobalt and then buy it back. I might be out of inventory spots. So we're almost up to 6 full. And then because I'm greedy, I'm going to go down to the planet to crash that economy. Then we'll do one cycle, and then I'll pause the video until I got lots of money. Our goal is to get that down to 80% crash. We'll make a little bit more money that way. I don't know if I've gotten Pyrite yet. I'm not going to. It's all right. Starship, Starship, and Starship. See, the more cobalt we have now that we purchase, the more money we'll make in the next transaction. And then because I'm short on space, I'm only buying the things that I know I already have a slot of. So we're just getting up to 10,000. There's a... Oh, this is the aggressive Sentinel planet that I was going to and said, never mind. Then I'll show you kind of one rotation of how the next hour or so is going to be. And I'll pause the video and pick you up on the other side of that hour. Rather, pause the recording. Sweet kids. So we need nanites, but we're up to 10 million units. Credits? But I keep spending a lot of money on resources. Alright, so we're going to look for a 3-star economy, which we may not be able to find. I think we've kind of been to the ones all in our jump range. It's an outlaw system. And the 3-star economies, well, they're going to give us a better shot at an S-class ship, but we're not quite ready to purchase one. We don't have the money. But there will be a higher percentage of an S-class ship spawning to purchase. Also, all of the pilots and terminal inventories will have more to buy back. I've gotten way from center. There's a Corvax Class 3. This might be our freighter battle. Nope. Alright, so where's the... That looks like it could be a paradise planet. It is not. Alright, so let's hop into the space station, kind of run this round. Come over here and grab a space exosuit upgrade. If I have the nanites, I'm checking for S-class life support, movement modules, shield modules. I'm going to start filling that up. I don't have any nanites at the moment. We'll have to fix that at another time. Always check this cabinet to see if it's S-class. It is not. And I would also check those individual vendors for S-class multi-tool upgrades and ship upgrades. And even though I don't have the money, as I'm going through here, I am looking for cool ships that I may want to come back and get when I do have the money. Then come over here and look for a traveler. Usually pretty easy to spot. Run that unknown grave if there is one in order to get all 16 glyphs so we can use the portals later on. And because I don't care which planet this is, I'll go ahead and scan them for the nanites when I go back to the anomaly. I'm just going to hit my economy scanner, which is going to detect the closest trade station. I do have an issue with nanites. I used to scrap ships for it. At the end of this episode, we're going to have 1 or 2 billion credits. So scrapping ships still works. They're just like, instead of being 1 million for each of the, A-class ships. Hey, look at that. We're going to sell some cobalt for 4.5 million. Then we're going to buy it back at 2.5. I am going to do a quick scan on every time I get on these planets to see if I see anything interesting. I would love to find some runaway mold. That would take care of my nanite issue. Alright, so once we've gotten that done, one last thing to do before moving on to the next system. We're going to come out into space. We're going to summon the anomaly. We're too close to the planet, evidently. Once in the anomaly, I'm going to head all the way back to the back and get another backpack slot. Backpack slot, not a whole nother backpack. I can do this each system I'm in. Crash the economy twice, get 2 backpack slots. Then along the way, I'll be picking up any nanites that I can. Glyphs from the unknown graves. Getting some money. And getting a whole list of 3-star economies I can go back and then I'll be looking for ships so that I can come back and get some once I do have. I need 40 or 50 million before I really start looking at it. Because I've had exotics before, but I've never used one as like a daily driver. And I think that's what I want to do with this save. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to go play for a couple of hours and catch you. So navigation data at a terminal is super convenient. Just FYI. So let's see what we got. Let's get this stuff transferred. Still can use 16 more. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, so we're slowly but surely building up 2, 4, 6, 8 almost stacks. And so when I crashed the economy, by the way, now it's 78% crash, which is cooler still. Oh, I wanted to set up a base here for the possibility of that first wave. Exotic. Let's go into the base. I didn't realize it was toggled on. All right, so since I am out of 3-star systems that are within my jump range, I did install the... Oh, there's a 3-star. I did install a cadmium drive. I don't know why, but typically the cadmium systems, at the beginning at least, don't have anything in them. So I need a cadmium drive to go to a red star system, and with that red star system I can mine cadmium. With the cadmium I can build an emerald drive. With the emerald drive I can go to the green star systems where I can... It's kind of backwards the way it does it. But because this is an uninhabited system, there's no... if you notice, there's no space station. So there's cadmium there, high sentinel activity. This is cadmium. It's usually red. Weird coloring on this planet. Alright, so 1600 cadmium. So now... Huh. I already installed this? Where did I get the cadmium? Oh, you know what? I need an emerald drive, but I have the cadmium for it, so that's kind of cool. We're in exchange for specific charts. Distressed beacon. We're going to try 10 and see how well that works. Plus the distress beacons, while the ships will be free, I'm going to have to fix it. Which is just inconvenient. Alright, so in our exosuit we have 10 planetary charts. Distress signal detected. Let's see how this works. Where is said distress signal? So the second one I got was a abandoned building. We've done one of these before. I decided to go ahead and run it because I need the nanites. There seem to be a crap ton of these here. Which is good. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh, I'm missing a couple. Easy peasy. Settle down, kiddos. That's the way it's supposed to go. Look at that. Did I get them all on the first try? That'd be cool. Almost. Almost a perfect run. Uh-oh, I'm going to lose one. You in this hole with me, buddy? Alright, so that's that. I can basically fly in perpetuity here. What'd I break? What'd I break? Nothing, apparently. Let's see. Let's go ahead and fill that guy up. $500 nanites. I take 500 nanites. Not 500 nanites. Come on, distress signal detected. There we go. See where that guy's at. Crash freighter. I don't want none of that. Alright, so pay attention. Come on, exotic. With no pilot. That would be ironic if I get the exotic and it's got a pilot. It's not an exotic. I don't see a pilot though, which just money at that point. The cockpit is pristine, devoid of damages, save for that caused by the deceased pilot's impact against the control panel. Its data banks, however, look as if they could be brought back online. Lights intermittently flash around me. Some systems clearly remain operative, one of which appears to be a sophisticated security sensor and camera array. I'm going to loot the ship for functioning technology. Plasma launcher. Well, that's kind of cool. A class, pretty good. Just going to claim the ship. So it's not the exotic, and there is a pilot. Let's walk through this just to let you see how that works. Sure there is. So let's talk to this guy. The Corvax is presumably the pilot, and the nearby ship observes their vessel from a wary distance. They oscillate awkwardly, apparently conflicted between a desire to approach the ship and fear of safety, offered to investigate. A soft alarm sounds from research entity UPEN, but they give their nervous approval. The ship's hull appears intact, but it is evident that something is very wrong. The vessel rattles ominously, and unhealthy clicking and sound echoes around the launch thrusters. Repair the ship. I locate the source of the clicking sound and gingerly reach in to repair, hatch, and attend to the volatile component. I'm momentarily blinded by a discharge of light and heat, and pain flashes throughout my body, excruciating for a moment, but then abruptly gone. The explosion does not seem to have done any permanent damage, and the ship is now repaired. So that's kind of cool. Go back to this guy. Featured entity UPEN seems thankful to see me alive. The blast merely singed me. It would no doubt have proven fatal to their electronic shell. They thank me deftly, repairing the damage to my suit before setting off. Wave farewell. Just a standing? He leaves me alone? Just say honored rank of irritation. Thank you for popping in right in my pathway every 3 or 4 minutes. It's way aggressive how often those freighters come in. All right, boys. Everybody thinking good thoughts for an exotic with no pilot. Not an exotic, but I don't believe there's a pilot here. Ooh, S plus radiation. I was just thinking to myself, man, I never get any tech upgrades there. So let's pop that one. S radiation. There's fine. All right. Distress beacon. The pilot lies dead beside a short-circuit control panel that sparks intermittently. Besides the dead robotic navigator hovers a sentinel that nudges the deceased life form, almost as if to wake it. As I approach the floating machine, fires a warning shot in my direction. Combat scope's okay. Let's see what this is. S-Class, not too shabby. Compare, we're just going to claim the ship. And that's how you get 6,000 nanites pretty quick. We are, I'm going to head back, honestly, to the space station and see if I can get that exotic to spawn. Well, we ran 20 planetary charts, found a couple of ships, a couple of S-class ships, but no exotic. I ran like 10 abandoned buildings. There was a row of them right there in the end. Ended up with 14,773 nanites. So it's not a horrible way, if not monotonous, to collect nanites. I would prefer scrapping ships, but their ships are so expensive that it just seems so wasteful. So we came here to give another shot at this exotic to spawn. And then I'm going to go scrap these ships. Well, no dice on the exotic. I'll see you back at the base. So by the way, since we're back at the base and we have used a crap ton of our... Well, actually not nearly as many as I thought. I was going to go buy some more nav data, but I guess we had more than I thought we had. So let's let a wave come through just to make sure. No, no, no. There's some nice ships. I don't think they're attractive, but I've had probably 3 S-classes come down. There were shuttles, and but I've done 200 ships that I've seen at least. That 3% chance reflects that I should have had about 6 of them, but that doesn't mean that it would be the exotic. So no dice here. So let me show you the best way, in my opinion, to scrap these ships. So we got this guy. Just having done that, called him in, made him our primary, and when I called him in, he's still on fire, but I believe his part of it has been repaired. So once I warp to the station, they've got some sort of safety policy that says no ships on fire. So it'll repair that too, I think. Let's take a look. Look, he's not on fire. So I didn't have to waste any time or resources in repairing him to get him to here. Claim scrap worth 2.5 million. Requires 2 inventory slots. Let's see what I've got. Let's get rid of that Mordite. I've got way more than 2 inventory slots. I guess it means I need 2 more. Claim scrap worth 2.5 million. I'm going to come over here to any of these vendors. Go to sell. I'll take that. I'll take both of those, honestly. Then come sell the stuff that it gave me worth 2.5 million. Oh wow, I got 3 storage augmentations for that. That's awesome. All right, cool. Let's see what ship it replaced. Probably the Radiant Pillar, but yeah. Back down to the base and rinse, wash, repeat. I'll catch you guys whenever I've scrapped these ships. All right, guys, so no dice on that exotic. I'll come back to it. I'd like to move on, do something else. So I'm up to 47 million, by the way, which is pretty cool. To I had 4 shipped to scrap. 2 of them were S-class shuttles. Each gave me 3 storage augmentations, which is pretty solid. Ended up with 2 S-class ship upgrades. Up to almost 16,000 nanites. Doing all right. So now I'm going to come back here, and I've bought a lot of cobalt from pilots. So I'm going to show you. We're going to go to the previous system, which is where we kind of stopped our exploring earlier. I was very careful to do all of my jumping in that system so that I could just kind of pick up where I left off. Because if you remember, when we started our crashing system with only like 4 stacks of cobalt, we were making about 2.5 million per transaction. Well, freighter battle. Let's see if this still works. So I'm going to try to create a save real quick. Oh, you know what? I need to reload the previous. I can't. Let's see what happens. Options, reload, restore point, not the auto save, right? Should be at my ship if this works properly. It's only a 2-star Viking system. We'll see. I didn't even look at the size of the freighter, really. Let's see. I think this puts me back in the starship. I mean, the station. Yeah. I think this is still working, kids. One, two, three, four. I think this is a good sized freighter. Don't know who in God's name would put those posts right in the middle of your major landing and entering areas, but that is poor design, fellas. S-class, S-class. C2815. We'll try this and see it one more time. And a 3-star system, when I've done this in the past, it would take about 10, 11 reloads to get an S-class freighter. We'll see how it works here. We're in a 2-star system. I'm just glad that it works. Excuse me. I'm just glad that it works, honestly. I say that, and we haven't confirmed that it works. It could be loading the same C. This works, fellas. I will pause the video and stop when I got an S. Well, here we are back, and on literally lucky number 20, we have an S-Class freighter. So, let's go see what we can do. I don't have any money, like not the 200 some odd million it would take to purchase this, so hopefully I'm still getting it for free. Let's see. For free, folks, we have an S-Class freighter. All right, cool. All right, so that's that. Let's get the... Thanks, freighter. See you in a couple of hours. When I've done this in previous in a 3-star system, it's been a... you know, like a 7 or 8 reload try, but lucky number 20, freighter established. So cool. The whole purpose of jumping to this system was just to show you how much more cobalt we've got, so how quickly this money is going to build. So when we started this, we had 4 stacks of cobalt. Now we have 6, 8, 10, 11 stacks. Which is in and of itself important. You want as much as possible to make the swing as good as you can. But this is my normal routine here until I have maxed out my exosuits. Go ahead and start another row here in the regular inventory. See what he's got for sale. I'm not buying any of that just yet. See what he's got for sale. I'll take the launch thrusters. Not for this ship, but for the exotic when I get it. C-Class. No, thank you. Let's see what he's got for sale. Well, I'll take the pulse splitter. It's my weapon of choice. Grab some more nanites. We're going to sell cobalts for 8.7 million and buy it back for 2 million. So about 6 million per shot. Not bad for a day's work. And as we build up more stacks, it just becomes more exponential. So I'll pick up the nav data down here. We've got quite a bit of nav data though. And I have a base on a minor settlement that'll sell me nav data. So I'll probably stop collecting the nav data. Oh, come on. Rocket boots can be annoying. But I think they're good far outweighs the bad, in my personal opinion. Viking system, let's go grab the other nanites. See if there's anything cool and different being sold at this terminal. And I'm looking for a traveler, whom I do not see. That's the routine. And then I'm going to come out, go crash the planet's economies, pull in the anomaly to get another backpack suit. Worm-ridden planet. Let's go see what that looks like. And then if I see anything interesting, a bubble planet, paradise planets, worm-ridden planet. If I think it's cool, I'll drop a base on it so I can come back to it later. And keep on keeping on. At the end of this, I hope to have 3 or 4 billion credits. All of my slots opened up. At least one good ship. Oh, that's right. We don't have the trading post. Did it come on this planet? Tell me it's on this planet. Oh, there it is. Where's it at? I'm losing my head. Indium drive requires Emerald to get to the Indium systems. It's always counterintuitive, if you ask me, the way they run it, but it makes sense in a weird way. Getting some emerald. See you in a minute. Well, I think this is going to get me my minor settlement. Found another waypoint. This is a beautiful planet. It's got little bubbles on it. I'm digging it. Digging it a lot. of 16. On a very weird planet. It's definitely a worm planet too, which is kind of cool. Let's see what else we got. I think I've discovered pretty much everything. Whispering eggs just lying around. Let's find a... Well, there's the worm. Still cool. I mean, especially if you've read any of the Dune series. Wow. See if we can find a Titan worm burrow. See what kind of trouble I can get into with that. Oh, found them. Oh, and whispering eggs. Cool. I really haven't messed with weapons yet. Got a twofer here. You look mad, buddy. Can't even find them all. Where'd you go, bro? They detected neurotoxins. Let's see. Anything cool left? Storm crystal. Mutant plant. Let's check out the mutant plant. Radon. Anything else? Yeah, there were 2 unknown graves. Maybe 3 on this one. No, I think that's the same one. Like, I found one traveler in the station, and then while I was down here getting this one, there was another one that popped up on my radar. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Feels silly to be here and not grab a storm crystal. Alright, I think I'm going to head back over to the ship. I am actually going to head to the ship versus just recalling it, just to kind of see what else is cool. I kind of digging the visuals of this planet for whatever reason. But that's part of exploring. You mad, bro? Kind of cool how it gains color during the storm. Oh, that might have made him mad. I don't know where my... Oh, found my ship. We'll just leave those guys behind. All right, so I'm still getting money, opening slots. I have an exotic ship that I've upgraded. Let's move on to the next system and see what we find. I'm just kind of headed towards the center, not with the intention of making it towards the center. It's a long ways away, and there's much more efficient ways to get there than flying. But just kind of give me a bearing, for lack of a better term. I'm headed towards the middle of the galaxy. Just looking for 3-star systems. Check for any interesting things in the planets before I head to the station. Didn't see anything that was too interesting. I have all of the glyphs, so I can now find the next paradise planet I have. I will probably put a uh-oh, I accidentally shot the station. Probably find a portal and put a base on it. But this is my ship. I like it. When we take off, I'll put it in to first-person mode. I've just been collecting materials. Got 657 million credits, 16,000 nanites. I still have a few extra 9 storage augmentations. I can add more to this. I just don't know that it's necessary. As I've opened up stuff, I'm now up to 250,000 cobalt. Somewhere along the way, I lost 100,000 cobalt. Like, I forgot to buy it back. And I didn't feel like going back to find it. So, yeah. So, still pick up a exosuit upgrade. I'm good with all of my upgrades. Still check the cabinet for an S-Class cabinet. Haven't found a single one. Sees no dice. Come in and crash the economy. Let's see what this is working out to be. So sell cobalt, 216,000 for 16 million, and buy it back for 4.2. So making about 11 million per transaction. It's not nearly as efficient as it was before 4.0 Waypoint, but what are you going to do? Still pretty easy way, and I got to get the slots anyways. Pick up after the economies crash. I'll pick up any additional cobalt I can at the reduced price, and any additional elements or resources that I feel like I don't have a stack of. I mean, I've got 98 dioxide. Let's get this in the starship. I've got quite a bit of stuff. Right now, all I'm doing is upgrading slots and making money. By now, I would have 2 or 3 billion, but I do not. I no longer need to look for travelers because I just finished that up. I've even come through and bought like stacks of, it's a GEC system of the race items, just kind of filling up stuff, keeping everything fairly neat and organized, and moving on to the next system. All right, so here, this particular space station has an S-class cabinet. Let's see if we can change the name. We can. Well, there was a mistake. So we're going to need to change that cabinet. And the way I understand the gun in that cabinet being changed, it's landing on a world and reloading. So let's keep on with our... Let's see, we're getting 17 million for our stack right now. And that's costing us 4.5. So 12.5. 13.5 million? I don't know. Math's hard. And let's see, I didn't even pay attention because the scanner upgrades 70,000 units for scanning that. The planets, the animals seem to always give the most when scanning. I'll get 250, 260. I don't know what I just got on those last couple. Anything else super cool right here? There's an animal over there. See what we get. 266. Not too shabby. $88,000, huh? So I'm going to go ahead and create a save point by jumping in my ship and jumping out. Going to log options, reload, restore point. Then let's go see what's up in that space station. S-class cabinet, see if we can get the gun to change. Looks the same. I don't know. Havani driver, mathematical Havani driver. I'm going to do it again, see what happens. Well, it's definitely changing. Just nothing I still want. A little bit better, but it's an ugly gun. Let's try again. I'll go ahead and pick up some cobalt. Third time's a charm. Let's figure this out, boys. Not digging that one either. Fourth time's a charm? Well, it's looking cooler. I'm going to take it. Before I take it, let's take a look at our existing one. Analysis visor was a supercharged slot. Good job. Huh, didn't notice there was 3 empty slots there. That's all right. Well, we have a better multi-tool. Let's keep on keeping on. Well, kids, I decided to come down to the last planet and see if I can get a different multi-tool yet. Look what I found. It's a curious deposit. Runaway mold. So cool. Let's set up a base. We now have a runaway mold farm. All right, boys. 3rd time's a charm. So here we are. We're back at our original refining station where we made ionized cobalt, then made cobalt in order to start crashing economies. We've got 2.575 billion units, 11,381 nanites. We have an S-Class exotic. We have an S-Class multi-tool. We have an S-Class freighter, which I've done nothing with. And our exosuit is completely filled up and organized the way I like to keep it. We actually have in our exosuit another row of that I can put in here. I just don't see the need for it, so I just kind of stopped going after it. I've utilized S-Class upgrades pretty much everywhere. If it's not an S-Class, it's because it's the one that came with, the original blueprint. Everything's been upgraded. I think we're in good shape. Let's go discuss this, what we've explored. So as I went from system to system crashing economies, if I found a paradise planet or even just something interesting, I would mark it. So I'd put a base down. Let's take this runaway mold farm. So I found a runaway mold farm in the process of crashing economies, checking planets and just kind of picking stuff up. I found this runaway mold farm. So while I done the last, 30 minutes of play when I was finishing up those last few exosuits upgrades, I came back here, made this cute little base, and I stuffed it full of runaway mold, which made me some nanites. 2,000 nanites. 2,000 nanites. Not too shabby. Now we're up to 20,000 nanites. And then I could just get it started again. I'm actually just gonna, can I just delete that? We'll put that there. I didn't realize I had a stack of runaway mold on me. So I'll let that cook. And as often as I would like, I can come out here and rerun the runaway mold and just fill it back up and let it cook while I'm gone. He's not really liking me. Let's take a look at what else we got. We've picked up some bubble bases. We've picked up some paradise. I've marked refining stations, or rather salvage data stations, so I can go back and forth. Every one of these are class 3 economies if I need to go purchase some resources. I've also marked a few of these S-Class multi-tool. There's at least 3 which have S-Class multi-tools that I renamed. So if I want to go back and S-Class multi-tool, so if I want to go back and try and roll for another multi-tool, I can. And that is kind of the beginning of the end. So in the next episode, I think we're going to go do take down a walker for a conflict scanner. We'll probably do it here on this planet, just so I can get rid of those sentinels. And then probably in the episode after that, we'll do our freighter. And then after that, it's a matter of kind of running through some of these quests that I've been dismissing. We can run through Artemis, the Atlas path, I've never done. Oh, I do need to get an oxygen farm up and running. The Nautilus-based computer archives. We've done most of that. Planet in Distress under Rebel Star. Expanding your base. We've got a bunch of stuff to do. So that's probably what we'll do in the next episode. So I think, well, just because we're here, we'll go ahead and see what this looks like. That's weird. $2,500. I'm getting like 8,000 runaway mold every round here. And typically you put up a wall to catch them, but they're not really going that fast or that far. So it really hasn't been an issue. And I can throw all of that. Huh. I wonder where all that went. For some reason, it went there. And get that running for some more. So, boys, that's the end of, for me, was a very long episode. We will see you next time. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want me to do next, guys. Thanks a bunch.